What is going on, everyone? I wanted to go over how I am leveraging projects. Now, projects are essentially a way of like foldering um, data inside of a kind of LLM. And there are advanced versions of doing this, which we'll cover in a future episode. But today I wanted to go over just a very, very simple way of really maximizing your ChatGPT license or even your Claude license to get ultimate value from using a tool like Claude or using a tool like ChatGPT. So one of the things that you can do if we have a look here is you can create what we call either projects inside of, I believe it's inside of ChatGPT and Claude. You can create a thing called called projects. Now, why would you use a project? Well, a few different reasons. Firstly, the information that you have and store inside of a project can be used and reused multiple times. And so what I mean by that is you could start to upload custom knowledge, custom information. So this could be things such as transcripts, or it could be example newsletters, or it could be previous LinkedIn posts that you've done. Anything that gives this AI some sense of context. And I use mine. I have like two different projects, and I use them across different models. So with GPT, the only kind of model that I actually basically use is O3. All of the other models are pretty crappy. But O3 I actually quite like. And you can see here that I have a chat called kind of Triggerify business chat. And here you can see it's massive, right? It's a huge conversation that I've got going with it, and always go back to this one. And this one is like, it acts as my business coach. And we've actually given it a custom instruction where I say, you are a business coach helping advise me on my startup, et cetera, et cetera. And so what this is now doing, what this is acting at, is has all of the context of my finances, as contexts of my marketing strategies, of my struggles. It's like my journal slash advisor slash coach. And anytime I'm thinking something or want to spar something out, I put it through this, because the more context it gets within this project or chat, the better the actual output starts to become, because specifically with OpenAI, they've recently improved the memory capabilities, which means it can continue to go back and the context window gets bigger and bigger. So if you wanted to do anything, you want to start to think about how you could leverage something like this to actually create custom. It can even be like, you could help it just journal, like your general day to day, and you can journal and you can use it to bring back previous thoughts that you've had. You could use it as a life coach, as a business coach, as a marketing or a sales coach, and you feed it enough context, enough information, then it starts to become very, very relevant and very, very helpful. Another interesting thing here would be, talking about your team, talking about how they're using, how they're performing. You could log it again, create it as like a journal, and then it's going to really help you rationalize your thoughts. And that is how I am using it within, I'm using it from like a business coach standpoint. Now, the other way that I'm using it is also to help me write custom things. So it's like custom content, so content creation, ideation sessions, and one kind of element is a newsletter. And so here I'm using Claude to help draft newsletters for me. And we give it this project knowledge, which is like, hey, you're going to write draft newsletters for me. My name is Max Mitchum. I'm the co-founder of CEO of a company called Triggerify, which is a social intelligence platform that does the following. I like the styles of the example newsletters I've uploaded into your custom knowledge. You can use this when writing newsletters to copy the style, tone, and use. One thing I might add to this is my newsletter is called From the Ground Up with Max Mitchum. And so you can save the instructions. Then what I've gone and done is I've gone and uploaded 4 different example style newsletters. So it has like that tone of reference. It sees how they're writing it. It sees the styles in which they're writing it, which is really, really handy, because you can now start to use all of the different tools inside of Claude. I could use the web search capabilities enable a deeper level of thought. We could run some deep research to help, first of all, research what the newsletter should be about, and then actually help to craft it and style it as well. So if you're not using this, you're completely missing out, because this is how you really take your experience with just generalized LLMs to the next level, is using projects, giving it custom instructions, giving it custom knowledge base. It's super, super straightforward. You don't need to do anything too complex inside of here to actually, make use of it. There are ways that we can go beyond this, and I'm going to do that in a later episode where we can start to use Claude and Windsurf and a few other things there. But for now, if you're kind of just getting started with this whole process and you're wanting to have, some form of advisor, coach, life coach, whatever it is, journal, buddy, I don't know, take advantage of this. You can also encrypt the chat, so it's basically private as well. And so, yeah, have fun. Really, really give it. The more context you give it, the better this whole experience starts to become.